through 5 full days. We have one 6-star champion. That will definitely change by tomorrow. Hold me to it. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 5-star champions. How the heck are you guys? I'm Fastidious. Welcome to my channel and welcome to day 5 in our Watcher of Realms free-to-play series. I'm very excited. I hope you guys are too. Maybe even especially excited by my standards. I don't know if you can tell by looking at the video, but I got a new webcam. A cheap webcam, but it's new. It's not the front-facing camera on my laptop, so I'm thrilled. But enough of that. Let's hop right into the video. We have a banger of a guide today, specifically on how to select which champions, which heroes to rank up when you're starting the game. I'm going to go through all the things to consider, all the things you should be looking out for. Without further ado, let's hop on in.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
Alrighty, friends, let's get into this. I'm gonna do a little intro, so let's get an arena run going so you see what the team is looking like. You can see our arena team right now for anti-air challenge is up almost towards 100K. This should be an easy win. So today we're gonna talk about hero development. So it's day 5 for us. You know, you should be thinking about this earlier, but hopefully you catch this video on time. How should you go about determining which heroes to level, which classes, which specific ones, when, and why? That's going to be the focus today, and it really lines up today for us to explore this because the stars kind of aligned, and we have a tournament right now. We unlocked tournaments today. We have a tournament that is specifically for training your heroes, for ranking up your heroes. We lost the first round. Maybe we're going to lose this thing. But yeah, so it's the stars really aligning because we have this tournament. So we can be getting rewarded for training our heroes, leveling them up, promoting them, ranking them up, things like that. And also, because we're still at the beginning, we have active XP boosts. So we're getting 2x XP. So I'll put a picture on the screen right now. I'll put a screenshot of the 24 runs of perfectly efficient stage 7. And you're looking at not me, but it's something like 500,000 or 600,000 XP, and that's just a beautiful thing to look at. So because I have all this and because I farmed it at the optimal time, I can go in and see, okay, for where we're at right now, why did I rank up whom I've ranked up so far? And see, now we're winning the rounds. We're gonna beat these guys. Who I've ranked up so far, whom I've ranked up so far, and whom am I gonna do next and why? You know. I will quickly say, and I'll show you this in 1 second whenever this battle ends, this should be the last round. These guys are these floating head guys, if you don't have someone slowing them down, they're gonna take your team out. There you go, 0%. We did our first fusion. We took our Rex and we followed the quest. I'm gonna show you that right now. And we made Livian, so that's who we're gonna rank up first. But before getting into that, I'm gonna explain everything. So let me show you that, and then I wanna do a very quick disclaimer, and then we're gonna get into the guide and all that good stuff. And I will say, now that we've settled into the account, so I'm really excited today, guys. Good vibes, good vibes. Now that we've settled into the account, I will, especially the next few days, have lots of guides and stuff coming out. Whether that be in the daily episode, a specific thing we focus on, because that lines up well. Tomorrow we have a gear guide coming, or maybe specific videos of specific stages, short videos, just how to beat it, you know? So we have, I mentioned it in yesterday's video, I believe, but we have guides coming out for 3 of the 4 stages of promotion raids, things like this, right? So stage 15, we have the guides for those coming out. So really quickly, I will show you Livian. We already got her to 5 stars. So I guess she's not who we're gonna be ranking up. I totally forgot about that, but no problemo. Let's quickly go over here to the storyline. Yes, the sub-story quests. You see here, you kind of have to fuse Livian, or it'd be strange not to, because you are given these sub-hero quests, sub-story quests, which want you to promote Dream Marker to grade 3, Rogers to grade 4, Cuke to grade 3, Rogers to grade 3, excuse me. These 3, Cuke, Rogers, and Dream Marker to grade 3, and then Rex to grade 4, and then fuse a hero. So if you have all that, why not fuse Livian? I'll quickly just show you her in the hero fusion. Those are the 4 champions you need, and you need the first 3 at 3-star and Rex at 4-star. So how are you not going to do it? And I love Livian. I think she's super strong. I could see us getting to the point where we fuse dupes of her for Awakening, but for now, we are super, super happy. We'll talk about hero fusions more in the future. Let's talk about deciding who to rank up and when. But like I said, a very quick disclaimer. So for anyone that doesn't know, currently I'm based in Europe, so Central European time. So reset for me is at 10 a.m. And I'm not going to answer this too much, but I recently had knee surgery. So almost every morning I have to wake up early, go to physical therapy, this, and this. So it's impossible that I can film before 10 a.m. And you guys know, if you saw my raid videos, I like to film at the right before reset. So I'm actually going to be filming my videos right at the start of the next day. Today a bit later because I had 2 appointments this morning. Pray for my knee if you'd like. So if you can see here, 19 hours. So we're just over 4 hours into day 6 technically. But I have done very little besides run my skill raid runs, experience raid, excuse me. So I just wanted to be completely transparent on that. So I will be doing the start of the next day is when I reflect on the previous day. Hope you're all cool with that. Let me know in the comments if you have a problem. So like I said, today we officially unlocked tournaments. Unfortunately, this Mystery of Artifacts one, and there are still the Isolde tournaments for the Isolde Fragment fusion, Fragment summons. So there's no way we're going to get her. This one I just don't care about because, yeah, it's already halfway done, and we're not going to get the Isolde fragments we need in time. However, this is also for Isolde, the Awakening of Heroes, but these are great goodies down here, and I would love to get to 5,000 and get a 5-star Psychic Power, so basically a 5-star fodder champion. For us, that's going to be super, super valuable and save us tons of energy. So you see, I've already been doing a little ranking up already. We even got 5 Isolde shards. We'll definitely get another 5. So maybe if they ever do a second Isolde event, we'll be ready to rumble. Maybe we could get 2 copies of her. For this, I also definitely want to rank, which I think we can do. We'll see how crazy our group gets, but you guys know how crazy we are. But I'd love to get at least 3rd place. But even still, I mean, 150 energy is nothing to scoff at. So I really don't mind that as well. So who do you rank up and when? Well, first off, where are we at now? Let's just do a quick check-in, just an accounting of our roster, right? So this is end of day 5, beginning of day 6. So through 5 full days, we have 1 6-star champion. That will definitely change by tomorrow. Hold me to it. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 5-star champions. And then 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4-star champions that we actually use. So we've got a 6-star champion. We have got, what did I say, 9 5-star champions, or not 9, 8, right? 1 6-star, God, I cannot count. 9, no, it is 9. 9 5-star champions and 5, starting with Gluttony, 5 4-star champions that we are using. So how did I make these decisions, and what decisions will we be making moving forward? So I would suggest you lead with your DPS and everyone else follows 1 rank behind, at least 1 DPS. If you've got 2 great DPS, you could even do that. So what do I mean by that? Let's say you start a new account and you have the main classes of heroes. You're gonna need to build out a full roster of those. So you're gonna need to bring to 4 stars, and they'll eventually get to level 40, at least a mage, at least a marksman, at least 1 healer, at least a fighter. Or fighter might be the least important to begin, but then definitely a defender or 2, right? Maybe another healer, maybe another mage, so on and so on. But very quickly, you'll have this roster. You can deploy 8 units at once, and you're gonna need to decide who is gonna be your main DPS. So if you're a pay-to-win person and you buy Iona, and you don't pull someone even crazier, like a legendary or something, that's probably gonna be your DPS, right? If you're like me, you didn't get lucky in getting Iona, but you have someone nice like Amani, this is who we selected. So this person is going to be the one putting out the most damage that kind of can carry your team through the phases. However, you'll never progress challenge by challenge if, I have Amani at 6 stars and everyone else is at like 3 stars. 1, you'll be farming things really inefficiently because you won't be doing top-end content. And 2, you'll just be failing all the time because everyone else dies. Or your healers can't keep her alive, so on, so on, so on. So many of these people's moves and stuff scale off of stats, and the main way to get stats is to rank up your heroes and then definitely promote them. I want to make a quick note. We'll just choose Scorch because he's not 5-star yet for promotion. Promoting is the stats are very significant in this game. So you can look here at the beginning, the promotions aren't that much. Well, first let's very quickly just look at his base stats. So he has 1938, and that's with 4 stars of promotion. So 1938, pretty good. If we can get him to 5, we get another 277. So try to do some quick maths here. We're talking what, like 14% more attack for 1 level promotion? That's And that's to his base stats, right? So then all the percentage bonuses on attack will be scaled off that. 220 to defense, 12 to HP. This stuff is really significant, right? So do not sleep on promotions. Maybe you're used to doing that from another game, like I'll say Raid. Of course, it's important, but not in this game, it is vital. You can also unlock special things. For a lot of people, like at level 2, you expand their range. Mari's not a good example, but some people you'll definitely unlock their passive at 1. Let's go to Amani. She's a good example. So at, is she a good example? No, okay, she's not. I know Cratches. So at number 2, his range gets much wider. We can see someone like Vortex at promotion number 2, it gets way, way wider. So back to the main thing here, what is the order? So let's say our main team, which kind of it was, let's just pick we got Deimos later on, but let's ignore Cratch here and use these 6, right? So we have our main DPS, so that's Amani. We have our main defender, that's Baron. Our main healer, Vortex, who's amazing. Our main marksman, who was like our first epic hero, our first DPS on the account, Brienne. You guys definitely have one of the 4, the Pokemon marksmen that you're given at the beginning. We have Mari, who we got on day 3, who, yes, she's a mage like Amani, but really she's a crowd control unit, so she's kind of like a special 6 slot. And then finally, we have a fighter, and we'll just say it's Deimos, right? So the way I think you should bring them up is you bring them up in bunches. So let's say first you should get them all to 4-star. Well, I guess these are all epic, so 4-star, but get them all to like level 30 to 40, right? Get nice and comfy so you're pushing through content. Then maybe you have some rares, let's say Voltus, let's say Rex, who we just used, or Maureen or something. But yeah, I would say Voltix for some more DPS, maybe Camille as a second healer. Get those guys to at least fully promoted 3-star level 30, and then you can think about, all right, let's take 1 or 2 of our DPS. Here it would be Amani and Brienne to 5-star. So that's actually basically exactly what I did with slightly different champions. We didn't have as good champions a couple days ago. But so first thing, we get everyone to like 40, maybe like our 7th and 8th slot rares. We get them to 30 fully promoted. Maybe we even rank them up to 40 and leave them like level 30. 4-star, but leave them at level 30. We don't have to worry about leveling them up. And then we say, okay, let's get Amani to 5-star, right? So now we'll see, okay, we're pushing through content, really good. Maybe we can farm higher in experience rate. We can push through the campaign, so on, unlock higher levels of experience rate, things like this. Do slightly better gear rates, but then you're gonna hit another wall. Then it's, okay, maybe we need our second DPS, Brienne, she can go up to 5 stars, right? So now we're gonna have 2 DPS, Amani and Brienne, our mage DPS, our marksman DPS, and then we'll have our, at 5-star, and we'll have everybody else at level 44-star with our defender, our healer, probably a second healer, maybe a crowd control. Mari's a must build, I think at least to 5 stars. She's awesome. And then maybe a fighter, or maybe, a second defender, just really fill out that roster. And then you'll see, okay, now I'm hitting another wall. And then it's time to start taking some people up to 5-star that aren't your DPS. So I would say for sure, my next people would be a main defender, so your big tank. So if you have a Regulus, or you're using Rex, or you pulled Baron, you got a Solda from the Shard Fusion already, and then you're gonna want a healer. So this could be Camille, but I'd say much better is get a Light Lock, maybe you pull the Vortex, maybe you pull the Medan, and then you have 4 heroes at 5-star. Sorry guys if I'm being pedantic or like getting into the minutia. I really want it to be as clear as possible. So at that point you'd have your DPS mage, your DPS marksman, your healer, and your defender all at 5-star, everyone else at 4-star. Okay, now you're pushing content. Now you can take that Voltus, maybe that Marine if that's your second DPS, or maybe more realistically your Camille. You can take them to 4-star, bring them to level 40, and then you should start having a fully formed roster where honestly, that's when already I was clearing this kind of content, Maybe you've seen some of my guides if they've come out already, but by then, say for maybe experience rate 7, you're definitely on experience rate 6. You should be through into chapter 7, maybe done with chapter 7 of the normal boss if you follow these steps and you're getting some gear along the way. No reason you shouldn't be already to like stage 8 or 9 of gear raid 1. Gear raid 2, I'll put a guide out on this, how to do the beginning stages, but with some cheese, with using a little Decimus, and as long as you've got that good 5-star defender or 2, or 5-star and a 4-star defender, that's how I did it, you can get to stage 9 and even stage 10 I did that way. So it really fills it all out. Gear stage 3, it depends on who you have, but if you have marksman, no reason you're not stage 6 or higher. And that's really all it takes. And once you reach that point, then you're at the point I'm in now, where time to evaluate. So what do we do? Okay, Now let's bring our DPS to 6-star. Let's bring anyone we're ever going to use, our main DPS, so Amani, anyone we're ever going to use that's really, really going to help us. Let's bring them to 5-star at level 50 and then start thinking about promotions. I would suggest promoting as you go along, but you can see here, I made it a big point yesterday to fully promote everyone, and I will give a quick shout out to Cratch. I'm going to do a guide on Gear Raid 1, how to beat level 10, stage 10, and Cratch is actually our best hero there. So you might get Cratch, and people say like, oh, you're paying the Cratch tax, and yeah, he is not an elite Lego by any chance. However, his stats are crazy. So sorry for this aside about Cratch, but if you look at his base attack, we're looking at 2,473. Compare that to Amani, who's fully promoted, fully ranked up. So what I say, 2,473. She's at 3,524. So like, yeah, it's a lot more, but it's not crazy. And we've put like no work into him. We didn't have to rank him up because he's 5-star. He's got a big AoE. He's got the ignore defense. He's got these special things. Enough about Cratch. But yeah, you can start saying, okay, who's an auxiliary unit that I might need? So for me, it's like, all right, I need Cratch. Let's bring him up. All right, I need another fighter. Okay, time for Scorch. Okay, I could use a third fighter. Why not bring it to 4-star? Really try to fill out that roster. Oh, I could use a niche character. How about, for my account, she might be a main healer for you, but how about a healer with a little attack speed boosting, Nasande? Oh, let's look at some 3-star champions that we might need. We need Autumn for her buffs for Gear Raid 1. Oh, we need Narvi at least with some rapidity gear doing something. I'm going to put out guides on these rares too, don't worry guys. But you know, it's getting to more specific niche things, not just the main core roster. Someone like Decimus, who I love, just make sure he's wearing gear, make sure he has at least one level of promotion, things like this, maybe put a little skill ups into them, right? So once you do stuff like that, which is exactly where we are today, then you can start being like, all right, who am I getting to 6-star next? How am I really going to push harder content? And it's kind of why I waited to this video, because we really just arrived at that point. So I hope that is clear. I know I'm talking fast. I can't get over the fact that I found a webcam for 40 bucks, 40 euros. So I'm pretty excited. So what are we gonna do next? What will you see happening the next few days? Well, we have a summoning event that I believe is on Saturday. So, and how long does this tournament go on? So the tournament goes on for, so today it's like beginning of Thursday. So it looks like the tournament's gonna go on until Sunday. So no huge rush. However, I do wanna push content. Let's quickly make sure the event actually does start on Saturday. No, it starts on Friday. So this is what we're gonna do, guys, to give you perspective. So I've been farming, as you saw the picture, a lot of skill raid because I wanna get everyone up and running. Let's quickly go. I was already here on attributes. Let's go to upgrade. You can see we have 754,000 experience. So very happily, I'm gonna bring our brand new Livian up to level 50. She was already at 5 stars. So now I'm gonna start thinking, all right, let's save that up. I don't wanna bring anyone to another big level of promotion until tomorrow in case we pull someone amazing, right? It'd feel pretty silly. Let's say we brought, who's a good example here? Let's say we brought Scorch. I love Scorch, but let's say we brought Scorch already to 6-star. We're not gonna do that, but then we pull like Valkyra, who's kind of just legendary Scorch. Not the best idea. Or, you know, let's say we brought Brienne and then we pulled Silas or something, or some, I'm not familiar with all the legendaries, but you know what I'm saying, someone even better. Not that it'd be bad to have Brienne at 6 stars, but we want to be patient. However, we want to get all our ducks in the row and prepare as much as possible. So what have I done today in terms of whom I promoted? Well, we did Livian. We fused her, as I said. She's at 4 stars. We've already got her nice and good. You can see she's got pretty good stats even for the random gear she's wearing. Some healthy HP, not great, but she's got really good base HP, some okay defense, and she's super serviceable, especially as a second defender. So why did I choose Livian already? Why did I already bring her that? You can kind of let things you have to do dictate these decisions. So for me, I have to attain Radiant Meteorites times 20 from Artifact Material Raid. So I would love to farm higher than I've been. So I've been farming stage 9. You might see that auto fight is off. That's because I had Rex in the auto fight and then I used him for the fusion. But now that I have a Livian, we should be a little bit stronger. We have more melee heroes between our fighters and our defenders. So I thought, okay, if I have to do this in content anyway, and we know we're gonna have to eventually bring Livian to 5-star, let's just do it now. And then maybe instead of doing gathering those 20 meteorites that they said from stage 9, let's do it more efficiently on stage 10 and get some gold, you know? So you can use little moments like that to make your decisions. Or maybe this is actually what I did a couple days ago. There's a lot of quests where you have to do Gear Raid 3 and you really get stuck there. because you need to find at least epic. I think it's like you find at least X number of pieces of epic twisted, what do you call it? Twisted blade, is that it? Let's check. Twisted blade, yeah. It's a real drag, especially if not only are you trying to find twisted blade instead of occult shields, but you're trying to make sure they're epics. Here, you're guaranteed they're at least epics, right? So I wanted to push through that. So I think that was the moment I said, okay, time for another DPS. Let's bring Brienne to 5 stars. So that kind of sums it up. I hope you guys enjoy the tips. Please let me know any thoughts you may have in the comments. I hope you're enjoying the content. I really, really appreciate all the support. I'm probably going to talk about this when we hit 1,000 subscribers tomorrow, which almost certainly we're going to do. But it's kind of blowing my mind that took me, I know I already had somewhat of a following, a very small following, but when I first started my raid videos, it took weeks to be even getting over 100 views a video, and now you guys are already making sure we get at least 300, 400, 500 views a video. So that really does mean a lot to me. I guess I'll finish with one more tip. You might see all these red dots and it might be driving you crazy. Well, it's with reason. Idle rewards, I don't want to go over the energy cap. You see, actually, this is perfect timing. We're 1 away from the energy cap. I don't want to claim this and then immediately have to get back under the energy cap. I want to just do it when I'm back at 0. I don't want anything wasted. If we go to the shop, I have my time limited daily luck. I don't want that 120 energy until I need it later on in the day. Make sure you don't forget it, but be patient. If we go to Pantheon, I don't want to claim my experience boost until we need an experience boost. So I know the red dots are annoying, but yeah, don't hate me. Finally, I will say, if you want to add me, you can pause the video here. This is my ID. I'm filling up on friends, but if you're interested, you're more than willing to add me. I don't really use support heroes that much unless I really have to push content, so I don't mind if you're low level. Don't worry, I'll almost certainly accept you. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for the support. I'll see you in the next one.
Fastidious.